you get just a little too real, what does Mr. Fancy Record Producer do? He moves on to a new act.
You have no idea what I do.
A hump 'em and dump 'em, isn't that right, son?
Don't call me that.
Sex Life, Episode 3. Stepfather tells modern woman the truth about Chad, and then this happens. Analysis. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we dive into Sex Life, Episode 3 from a red pill perspective. Wow, this episode has a lot to unpack, so we might have to make a part 2 about this third episode of the series. Depends on how this series develops. We like to do our analysis on an episode by episode basis. So in this video, we're gonna focus on what Brad's stepfather has to say and how this scenario plays into the hands of the quote-unquote Chad. We're gonna break it down in 3 chapters. Chapter 1, the truth about Chad. Chapter 2, women love drama. Chapter 3, women are responsible for the men they allow into their lives. Shout out to the Patreon gang, salute! The original video is going to be on Patreon because we have to respect the YouTube guidelines. That's why you will get a censored and filtered YouTube friendly version. Certain clips will be frozen or excluded. So if you like what we do and you want to experience our content to the fullest extent, support us on Patreon. This video contains a lot of spoilers, so you've been warned. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we many.
Told me he wasn't going to be here.
Because I knew you wouldn't come.
You got that right.
Oh, darling, please. You've got to let him be a part of your life.
I really don't. We're leaving now. Let's go.
What?
You could at least introduce me to your friend.
I don't think so.
Already forgotten a name?
Hey.
Yeah, he's got quite a track record.
What is that supposed to mean?
What are you, drunk?
Jonathan.
Brad loves the chase. He comes on like a whirlwind, all hot and heavy, even bringing him home to meet dear old mum.
Billy, get your purse.
But the second you get close, the second you get just a little too real, what does Mr. Fancy Record Producer do? He moves on to a new act.
You have no idea what I do.
A hump 'em and dump 'em, isn't that right, son?
Don't call me that. You're not my father.
Oh, at least I stuck around, which is a hell of a lot more than you can say for that scumbag you call Dad.
What's interesting about this part is that you do not have to be drunk or a genius to understand that Chads have track records. Do you really think that women are turned off by men that are desired by most women? Remember this?
And I say this about men, but women do the same thing, right? Women love the idea of getting status from a man. Women love the idea, and this is where it actually gets a bit messy. The waters get muddy because women love the idea of bragging about the man they're with, but they can only brag about the man they're with if other women want that man. So you're saying you love women who get cheated, and women love getting cheated on. That's not true. But women do not like men that other women don't want. If you were to say, look, I got my man, he's perfect, he's rich, he da-da-da-da-da, and every girl in the room would go, I would never touch him. She'd be like, oh shit. Oh, I don't want him either then. What the fuck
But
is
you
this?
know, can I...
Chad is desired by most women, and that's why women want him. Stepdaddy is putting Chad on the spot. However, this is exactly why fathers are essential in the household. This is what fathers are going to do for their daughters. They are going to protect their daughters from men who do not have their best interest at heart. But these so-called strong and independent modern women can do bad all by themselves. Yet, they cannot pick a good man, let alone keep them, because this is the guy that they want. The guy that every woman wants. They want to tame the lion. Let's take it a step further.
What is that supposed to mean?
What are you, drunk?
Jonathan.
Brad loves the chase. He comes on like a whirlwind, all hot and heavy, even bringing him home to meet dear old mum.
I always had Chads and Tyrones in my environment, in my circle of friends, in school, colleagues at work, and I decided to study them because they were getting all the girls, and they had certain things in common. They all look good, they would get attention from random girls and women just because of that alone, and they loved the attention as well. It was like a game to them, and they were all confident because they've played this game many times before, and they were successful. I remember asking my best friend at the time why he dumped his previous girlfriend, who I thought was pretty cool. And he said, she's boring. And it blew my mind. I did not get it at the time. It was when I had my first real girlfriend when I understood what he meant. I'll get back to that later, but the Chads and Tyrones are more in love with the chase, more in love with the game than the woman itself. When the woman is conquered, the game is over.
Billy, get your purse.
But the second you get close, the second you get just a little too real, what does Mr. Fancy record producer do? He moves on to a new act.
You have no idea what I do.
A hump 'em and dump 'em, isn't that right, son?
Don't call me that. You're not my father.
Oh, at least I stuck around, which is a hell of a lot more than you can say for that scumbag you call Dad.
You would think to yourself that what just happened in this scene is negative. Stepdaddy spilling the beans, Chad getting angry, throwing glass at grumpy old stepdad, mom shouting, "Ah!" Well, time to feed you some more red pill vitamins.
Brad wasn't just bad news. He was my own personal apocalypse. But it was thrilling, addicting, all that drama.
One of the first things that I've noticed about women when I was in the trenches doing my research was that women love drama. They like to gossip, and the gossip is drama. When women say a man is too nice, they mean you are boring, you are predictable, you don't bring any drama into their lives, you don't give them anything to gossip about. If you are boring, that means her life is boring. I've said it many times on this channel. Most women are boring. They need us to bring thrill into their lives. They need us to make them feel special. They are not interested in doing these things for men. Why do you think these hit movies and series are always about an extraordinary man making a woman the center of attention? The fairy tale, Belle and the Beast, 50 Shades of Grey, The Tinder Swindler. Do you really think the series called You is about Joe? The title says it all. You. Everything was about Beck. Joe does the dumbest things because of a woman, and to make things worse, she was not even worth it.
If you knew her, you would not be putting me in a cage and ruining your life over Guinevere goddamn Beck!
That's why we are highlighting these movies and series from a red pill perspective, so you can protect yourself at all times. Don't be a fool like Joe and avoid women that belong to the streets. You're only getting Chad's leftovers, and you will inherit all the drama and trauma from her past experiences. Check this out.
Georgia?
Stop it. Stop. You don't know anything about them.
Yeah. Maybe if Daddy gave you a little more attention, you wouldn't fuck a stranger on the first night you met him.
You are dead wrong about my dad. And don't do this. I know what you're doing. Don't push me away.
You think you're so special, don't you? Guess what, Billy? You're not. You're not special. And you're not my fucking girlfriend.
Yes, this is it. That pure, raw, and unfiltered drama. This makes women feel alive. That roller coaster ride. All of these emotions flowing to their systems. She is emotionally invested into this guy. That's why the impact is greater. They want to feel it all, experience it all. And it's not complete without the sisterhood's acknowledgement. Check this out.
Oh my God, Saj. What he said about me, he said it so calmly. He said it so matter of fact. He wasn't just making stuff up. He believed it. He'd thought about it.
Just remember, he's the piece of shit, not you.
Ugh.
This part is essential. The ability to share her drama with the sisterhood so she can feel alive. The ability to share her drama with the world so she can get the attention. And it's always his fault in these conversations while they drink their wine. This is what women do, guys. Complaining about men and drinking wine. They're not talking about any WNBA games. Why do you think this series is a hit? Because women identify with this shit. Women love drama. Why do you think there is hookup culture? Why do you think there's an infinite supply of women making a fool out of themselves online, crying on TikTok? Why in the blue hell do you have to post your misery on the internet? Why do you think women are breaking records taking antidepressants? Loneliness is on the rise. So instead of talking to friends, you have to talk to the internet now and share the drama so you can feel alive. Remember this?
And I really just kind of want to sit in this pain and enjoy it, because I don't know, it's just like rare that something can make me feel like this, you know? Because like I've just been going through life and everything's just been pretty like plain and mundane, which is actually kind of fine because my emotions have just been like regular. But at the same time, I feel like there's something beautiful about things in life that can actually like really make you feel things, and I think that is a special thing. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it's here, before like I go back to not caring about anything again, because after this I really don't want to have any kind of romantic involvement with anyone at all.
Women love drama. However, it gets to a point that she will get tired of it, for a while at least, and she will look to settle for the quote-unquote good guy.
Cooper is a sweetheart. He would never even dream of treating me the way Brad treated me. So how come Brad's the one I can't stop thinking about? He always managed to find a way back in.
This is false. It's not Chad that finds a way back in. No. That's what women want you to think. But the truth is, women are the ones that let the Chads back in. This is the beautiful thing about watching movies from a red pill lens, because you will see the truth. Check this out.
What are you doing here?
Are you gonna let me in?
He did not do anything special. He didn't buy her flowers, or he did not sing a special song to enter the house. Like any decent human being, he knocked on the door and she let him in because she wanted him to come in. Now check this out.
What do you want?
Look, I screwed up, okay? This is all on me.
Yeah, I already knew that. Okay, you're wasting your time. Just go.
Please. I don't want to lose you.
You already have.
I didn't mean what I said. And I hate myself for saying it, okay? Just give me 5 minutes. Please. Look, Jonathan's right. This is what I always do. But I don't want to do it with you. Just let me explain.
You get rid of that freak show? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll be in my room.
Do you really think these words matter? They want to make it seem this way, that what he says matters. It doesn't. She already made up her mind. She already told the sisterhood that Chad was effing with her. And she wants to believe that she is the only one that Chad wants, just like in the fairy tales. The truth is, women are fully aware of the kind of man they are dealing with, and they deliberately pick the Chad, the bad boys, over the good guys, attraction is not a choice, but the decision to deal with the man that's not good for you is.
Be attracted to someone. My friends and I do that all the time. We'll be talking and like, right, this guy's so nice, he's so sweet, so well-rounded, but we don't go for those guys. He's like perfect husband material. I wish I could like put him on reserve to be my husband.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.